What's happening, everyone? Chris Beans here with Bowler's Rant, bringing you 2 new updates from Radical Bowling. All right, it's Brands of Brunswick Tuesday. Lots of releases. Just covered the Brunswick ones on a different video. If you haven't checked that out, go over to the channel and watch that. You'll definitely want to get caught up. But speaking of Radical, here's what we got. The Hitter and the Deadly Rattler. Asymmetric solid on the right. Excuse me, on the left. Symmetrical pearl on the right, and there's all kinds of technology to talk about, and that's always the case with Radical Bowling technology. So over to the interwebs. What are we talking about? Well, first up, the Hitter. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I like the pour and lettering on this ball, 100%. I am a fan. I like strong colors. I like the fact that this Hitter logo is, and it's very reminiscent of something. But we're going to talk about that in a minute. So let's take a test drive, take a look at the core here. Looks like we've got a new core here, right? And this is the second ball to use this computer generation motion core design program. Okay, so what are we looking at in terms of numbers? So this ball has the utility solid cover stock. That's a big story with this ball. They've got this utility solid cover stock. Hitter asymmetric core. It's black and purple. It's a solid 500, 1000, 2000 C air micropad, and the numbers at 15 pounds, 2.488 RG with a .053 differential, a .015 asymmetric differential. So translation, it's going to start up early. You've got a fair amount of differential, and anything within the 011 to 016, just in my opinion, is where you have versatility. That's very usable power on a variety of playing conditions. And by the way, this lettering in this pour kind of remind me of the Brunswick Soul, right? Just kind of the same style of lettering and pour style, but way different because that one was a symmetrical and this is an asymmetric, and we can see it because Radical blessed us with a ball video. Let's take a look. Here is Jose Constrico, and this is the pin down drilling, and it's pretty angular for pin down drilling. Of course, this is at a 400 rev rate, so, you know, wind up and bang, bang, bang. There you go. Very continuous, you know. Exiting the board, 21.28. Impact angle, 5.91 degrees. The late Mo Pinel said 4 to 6 degrees of entry angle, and you have got all kinds of strikes. Here's the pin up. A little more, you know, angular, and that's pretty good considering it's not polished. So lots of motion. If you want to watch the rest of this, head on over to the Radical Bowling YouTube channel. Of course, like and subscribe them and go check that video out. Looking good. Now we have the Deadly Rattler. Okay, so this is the second in the Rattler series. Okay, if you remember the original, we're gonna pop over here for a second. The original 248035. I'm pretty sure they both have the same numbers, but this was with the sharp solid cover. Okay, and it was a pretty good reaction for a solid, also symmetrical solid, right? Well, now we have this Deadly Rattler, which looks like a candy cane. So I'm kind of wondering, like, Brunswick, man, you guys could have just put this out around Christmas and kind of rode the Christmas vibes. But then again, what do I know? So you've got the same core here, but the big story here is HK22. So right over to the info sheet. HK22 hyperkinetic cover. What I don't know here, and maybe somebody who's friends with Radical can tell me, is it sharp cover with HK22, or they're just calling it HK22? I'm not clear on when they do HK22 if it's using the original sharp cover that we saw in the Radical in the Rattler, right? We see the sharp reactive. I don't know if it's sharp plus HK22 or just HK22, but same core, red and silver, pearl. The finish 500, 1000, 1500 C air micropad with Crown Factory compound. That is a staple finish. The original, of course, to do this was the original Katana. And the numbers at 15 pounds, 2.48 RG with an 0535 differential. Yeah, so same numbers. So this is going to be startup early, and you've got, you know, low differential, but with HK22, I'm guessing this is also going to be a pretty angular, very late elliptical arc, and that's going to make a lot of people very, very happy. All right, back to the shelf appeal, okay? I'm not saying the Deadly Rattler looks bad. I think it looks good. I just think the Hitter looks great, okay? It's got that baseball vibe. I like this tough black and purple. So, you know, that ball just means business, and I like that. So I'm going to give it to the Hitter. But I want to know what you guys think, which one of these balls looks better. All right. Universal release date for both these balls, I believe, is October 19th. The information will be in the video description. And of course, if you want to learn more about these balls and where you can pick them up, I've got links in the description where you can grab these on bowlersmart.com. A lot of great information there. So, what do you think of these balls? Do you like the Hitter Do you like the Rattler? Would you get them as a 1-2 punch? And if you were to get one, what ladder would you go with? Drop me a comment, let me know. Let's continue the conversation. More updates are coming, and until then, bowl well.